Okay. So Pisces, the overall energy of your reading is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, it's a card of enlightenment. You see the head is all lit up. And it's about just kind of not being able to move. You get stuck in one place, seeking enlightenment. It's the enlightenment that will help set you free here with the Hanged Man. Very spiritual card. It surrounds your entire reading. Up here in your highest energy, the Six of Pentacles. Now this could be enlightenment. The Six of Pentacles is about being breadcrumbed. It's about getting like the short end of a stick in a relationship. Maybe you give, and they take. It throws your scales off balance. It's just the unbalanced situation. These are the two strongest energies in your entire reading. So you may be just not knowing what direction to move in, and maybe you need to be enlightened about what's really going on in your life, why you're feeling like your scales are unbalanced. I have the King of Swords right next to the Six of Pentacles. It's right above the Hangman. This is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. All cards are male or female. The King of Swords is a mature-minded energy. You have your sword up. This is on your highest energy line. And your sword, you're becoming more and more aware and enlightened that you're being breadcrumbed if this is your reading, okay? So your sword's going up and you're paying much closer attention to everything that is said and done and about you, around you. You're just hyper aware. Now you're seeking that truth, you're seeking that clarity, and you're in self-protection mode. I have the Death card next to the King of Swords. This is the card for Scorpio. So Scorpio might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But this card is all about leaving the old behind and moving forward. So it's like ringing out the old year and ringing in the new year. It's a good card. It's renewal. It's a card of transformation. And I think you are going to be going through this transformation. I think you're becoming aware that you're being breadcrumbed. I think your sword is going up and you're going to make a change. I have the Emperor, which is under the Six of Pentacles and next to the Hangman. Now, the Emperor is a card for Aries, the card for Aries. Aries might be strong in your chart or someone else's chart around this reading. But the Emperor is a very stubborn, firm-minded, sometimes even firm-fisted, you know. They see it their way's the only way. It can be narcissistic at times. This is under the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like it's coming from someone who kind of sees things their way, and wants things their way. They just don't. Their mind is not as open as you would like it to be. It's more closed to what their desires are. Okay, so they're very well liked and they're very well respected by others, and they might be a leader in their profession as being the Emperor. But I feel like this is the energy that you're up against here. And you're becoming more and more aware, more and more enlightened about this energy. And that's why your sword's going up. And you're going to leave this energy behind. You're going to make a change somehow. And I'm still reading. We'll see how. But I have the Chariot right under the Death card next to the Hanged Man. The Chariot is all about moving forward. Those sphinxes there, all you got to do is snap the reins, and those sphinxes will get up and they can book. This is the card for Cancer. Cancer might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But being under the Death card, yes, you are leaving the old behind. You're moving towards a new place in your life, and you are ready to move forward because you're being enlightened about being breadcrumbed by this energy of the Emperor. So, under the Emperor is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is all about focusing, working, building, like a partnership in a relationship for security, stability, for your future. Now, this is under the emperor. So the emperor might be a very hard worker. They might be a workaholic. And they might be so focused on what they're doing in their lives that they're breadcrumbing you. That's what I feel. And then I have this Five of Cups right next to the Eight of Pentacles and under the Hanged Man. You're very disappointed in the love because, their energies are just more about them than the relationship. You're looking at the spilled cups. You're discouraged. There are two full cups of love behind this figure. I call this the card of hope because of the two full cups. Now, you're being enlightened. You're becoming very disappointed in this connection you have here with the Emperor. But you're also becoming enlightened. You that there are two full cups behind you. You will find that out because you are moving forward. The Tower is right next to the Five of Cups and under the Chariot. I think you're going to blow up this relationship. I think either that or there will be a big argument type thing. Something's going to come down in this relationship, which is going to cause a Tower moment, not only for you, but possibly for the Emperor too. Okay, so Pisces, leaving the old behind, moving towards the new, okay? And you're actually moving right towards this soulmate card. This is a divine soulmate card, 1111. See that? With the Four of Wands. There is union between two people. There's a lot of love and a lot of joy associated with this card. This card can also be about marriage. I just want to throw that out there. But you're headed that way. You're headed toward a divine soulmate. I got the Two of Wands next to the Four of Wands. You're entering a new life cycle, and I think you can feel it. You're holding onto a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings here with one hand and holding the world with the other hand. You are so ready to move forward and to see what is in store for you. But what I'm seeing here is there is a soulmate, a divine soulmate in store for you. You're going to be able to put down that burden. This other relationship is a burden to you, and you're figuring it out. And you're moving away from it. So this Ten of Wands is a good card, actually. It's the burden. There's no 11 of Wands. So with the Ten of Wands, you'll start to drop those wands one by one or all at once. So this burden is going to be fading away. There's a reunion with somebody. See, you're leaving the old behind and moving forward. And right next to the Chariot and under this Four of Wands, there's a Three of Cups. I think there's a soulmate out there for you that you've met before, prior in your life. So it's like a reunion when you meet up with this person again. And it's going to be like, oh, man, hey, how are you doing? It's been so long. Let's go catch up or whatever. And then it turns into a romance. It turns into that this is really a divine soulmate of yours. And it's a joyful reunion. The Five of Wands is next to the Three of Cups, and it's also under the Two of Wands. So there is some stress, anxiety, and confusion associated with this union, with this person. I'm starting to feel like you were in a relationship with them once before because I had the Fool card right next to the Five of Wands. And this is also under that Ten of Wands, and you just let go. You're just letting go of this other burden. When this other person comes in, that I think that you had lived in the Fool's energy with. Not with, but you were both in the Fool's energy. The Fool's energy is fun, living in the moment, throwing caution to the wind. And so you get up in your head and you're all like stressed, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to get myself into? It's so good to see them and I want to move forward. But this connection that you have with them is so strong. And so you're kind of like fighting mentally with yourself on, are you doing the right thing? Should I follow through with this, or am I entering another place where I'm going to have to end up carrying all these wands again? So you have your misgivings, you have your mental battles in your head about reuniting with this person. Now this can be over social media. This can be running into them at the grocery store. But in your moving forward, they come into your life again. I have the Wheel of Fortune here, under the Three of Cups and next to the Tower. Well, the universe is trying, they want you to have this Tower moment. They want you to move forward. The wheel is turning, and it's actually taking, you probably feel the energy of the wheel, because you start making decisions. You're like, why do I feel like I've got to do this? I can't shake it. I've just got to make these decisions in my life. I've got to move forward. It's time for a change, whatever it might be. So the Wheel of Fortune is the wheel for the better. And that's the universe, and you cannot deny the universe. It's gonna have its way. So it's right under this reunion. This reunion is part of the universe's way. This Tower card is part of the universe's way. And I think it's to bring this reunion about. Isn't that crazy? So the Page of Cups, being right next to the Wheel of Fortune, it is under the Five of Wands. Remember, I said that you had lived in the energy, I think, of the Fool with this person you have this reunion with before. And see, the Fool, someone always ends up looking forward. Someone always pulls their head out of the clouds, and not that you don't usually do it at the same time. And so the relationship will fall apart. Well, I think all they had to offer you was a cup with a fish in it before. This is a card for Pisces. But this is like a half full cup. It's a very young energy. I do feel like you just known them before. And I think that you were in a relationship with them by looking at the rest of the cards. They didn't have a full cup of love to give back then, But I think this is like a second chance that the universe wants you to reunite, because I think you've both grown and learned from your past. So next to this Page of Cups is Three of Swords. See, the energy of the Fool next to the Page of Cups. So those tears, your heart was broken by this person before. That's why you're like got all this going on when they come back in your life. But you're also happy to see them at the same time. It's one of those things. So you do remember there might have been a third party. If not, there was just a broken heart. The rain is tears. And it fell apart. When two people are living in the energy of the Fool, or even one, things don't usually last. So you're I got the Four of Pentacles next to the Three of Swords here. This is the extra card. I feel like these pentacles were like weighing you down. It's like you have not, I don't think you've ever really shaken off this breakup. And it's just something you've been carrying around with you. I think now you'll have your opportunity to shake off this breakup and have an actual, maybe a mature relationship this time. And moving forward, that's what it feels like. So I'm going to take out an angel card. It may or may not have anything to do with the reading, but this is something that your guardian angels and spirit guides, something that they want you to hear, pay attention to consider. Might be a little bit of advice. Okay, I'm going to cut them. And I'm going to take this bottom card, and it's Open Your Heart. Open Your Heart. That's the name of that card. So you can pause and read this card or whatever, but I'm going to read it to you. It says, open your heart. Allow love to grow and bloom all around you. You've waited for this emotionally fulfilling experience for such a long time, and now the time has come. Make your choices by listening to your heart and then following the steps you're guided to take. Joy will lead you to a vibrant and healthy life. It feels like the card is saying, give this reunion a chance.